Hey, it's your boy, Lock Zero, and I'm here with,
It's your main man, Rev. What's up, guys?
and we are here to bring you the latest and greatest in the One Piece verse.
Yeah, we got that hot action fresh off the pirate presses, and we're ready to get into it.
Yeah, son. Yeah. So, unfortunately, last chapter, halfway through our recording session, for some reason, we lost audio on like half of our videos.
So what happened
Yeah.
was lightning fell out the sky and hit my shit. But anyways, we're over that. We figured it out. I had a battle, and it's all good. No more lightning.
Yeah, shit happens, but it's part of the game, I guess.
It's life, man.
So, yeah. But we're here with the newest one, so let's get into it, man.
Yeah. All right. So right here, we're bringing you chapter 1011. As always, guys, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you dig what we got going on. And with that being said, let's get right into it, man.
Chapter 10,011, Anko Standards.
Ooh, yeah.
And we got One Piece on the Shonen Jump cover again.
I gotta say, I really dig this cover. It's like a rainbow of all the magicness that's going on in the manga world. I love it. I actually don't know half of the people in this splash page, but I dig it. I really like it. It's getting me at least interested in maybe checking out some other stuff. I thought that was the guy from Jujutsu Kaisen, Itadori. I thought it was Itadori, but I don't think that's him because I've never seen with that weapon before. But you never know. Maybe they're doing stuff that I don't even know. And
Yeah, I mean the guy from My Hero Academia, I don't think he wields a hammer either. I think it's a reference to something else.
And Luffy certainly doesn't have a genie in a bottle, baby. So.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. But otherwise, I dig it. I really like this cover page for Shonen Jump. Good stuff. Really colorful. Love it. Yeah.
And then we move on to the cover art. We got a cover art this time. No, we haven't had any cover story stuff since the Beige Capone.
Yeah,
we're getting a lot of just fan art and cover art. But this one's pretty nice. I like this. They're all just eating ice cream, having a grand old time, and Nami is a giant lady for some reason.
Yeah, that took me a minute. I was very confused. Like, who is this giant woman in the background? But then I started eliminating the crew members. Like, oh, that has to be Nami, obviously.
All I want to do is see you turn into a giant woman. A giant woman.
Yeah, and interesting to note, for those that collect them, Wano Viva cards are coming. So for those who are collectors, April 30th, get ready for that drop. Be on the lookout. Maybe you'll get something awesome to add to your collection. I don't do that myself, but for those that are fans, I'm sure this is an anticipated moment. So all y'all be ready for that. And
yeah, man, so Nami's eating some like tutti frutti type of ice cream. Chopper has his own thing going on. I guess it's maybe vanilla or something. Brooke is just being the sloppy savage eater that he always is, with some cool ass number pants.
Yeah, it looks like he's eating the fourth flavor over there. It's that good yellow stuff. I don't know if you remember that Codename Kids Next Door episode, but that shit was awesome. I really want that. We have Frankie in the bottom with that chocolate swirl, like maybe chocolate caramel.
Yeah, not for nothing. His ice cream looks the best to me. It looks some caramel chocolate.
I don't know. Luffy's rainbow sorbet thing looks pretty darn tasty. I don't know. Like I feel like it's a mix of flavors. It's really good. Robin's.
I can't even tell.
Yeah, Robin.
Yeah, go ahead.
Robin's enjoying her little blue flavored ice cream cone. I hope it's sea salt ice cream from the Kingdom Hearts. And Usopp is just drowning in it. You think those are? I was gonna say, you think those are Jinbei fart bubbles that he's breathing in there?
Let's not take it to that place, please. Yeah, we can't even tell what Jinbei's eating because he just demolished it in one bite. You only see the cone just kind of sticking out of his mouth. And what are those? Do you know what those straws are called? The thing that Sanji's carrying. It's like a chocolate thing.
I know exactly what they are, but I don't know what they go by. Those things are delicious. I eat like 1,000 of them at a time. Eat those tins of them. Oh, they're so good.
Yeah,
The chocolate, like the chocolate straws, so delicious. If anyone knows, please, it'll bother me forever. But yeah, nice little joyful ice cream cover splash page. I really like this one. It's really cool seeing the crew all happy and enjoying probably their last moment of peace before shit hits the fan.
It looks like Sanji's angry at Zoro for eating those things. He's supposed to be carrying them somewhere, but yeah.
He's just looking for a reason. They always have beef.
Yeah. So the caption is, "It's difficult to think anything but pleasant thoughts while eating a soft serve."
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone mad being like, eating a chocolate
This
cone
is delicious.
with chocolate sprinkles. Life sucks. But anyways, with that being said, let's jump right into this chapter review. Really enjoyed this one. But so we start off the scene with Kid and Killer, and looks like they're observing what Big Mom is doing. Killer starts off, "What a pain," and Killer replies back, "She's a lively old bat. Look." And they see Big Mom off in the distance with a giant like thunder energy hand, going on in her hand. Killer and Kid are like, "We want no part of this," and they scram off away from this. And closer up to Big Mom's thing, we hear a big ah, another ah. Like, so I guess she's charging up her electric storm attack. Back on the island, we see Kid. "What the hell? Didn't we just deal with the lightning one?" Yep. And then the next frame, we see a close-up of Big Mom. "Mama, now let's see what you can do. Show me your power. Hera!" So it looks like Big Mom has created a new soul. It looks like she has a new homie. And it looks like she has a female version. But in the next panel, we see Kid and Killer looking like a Black Flash. They're about to get their lives destroyed. And we hear, "Oh, ho, 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 certainly, Mama." And in the next panel, we see a giant page of Onishigama, and it's the entire side of the island has a thunder lightning smack into it. So a giant lightning bolt hits the island. It's called Fulgora, which in Roman mythology is the female personification of lightning we see, called seismic thunder. So, and that's a pretty good, well-named attack. I mean, because it's on a massive scale. This, looks like it's bigger than the eyeball of Onishigama. So I think it's a pretty good.
And you got the hockey drip flowing off of it.
Oh, snap! I didn't even notice that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing a lot more of that going forward. Now we established this whole Conqueror's hockey attacking thing. But yeah. So I'm not even 100% clear. Like, did she shoot a beam, or did she charge with it into the building? I'm guessing it's the latter, given what comes next. But we'll get to that. Yeah, we move on, and it says rooftop, and we see the box that Zeus is trapped in. We say, "Mama, what's happening to you? Are you okay?" "Oh, huh? It fell apart." And you see the box around him crumbling, and he's being freed. So we get some kind of question like, what the hell did Kid get knocked the fuck out at this point? Yeah. But he's screaming, "Mama, where are you? I'll save you." And then we see Law is picking up Zoro, and the Kid must have his hands full. Big Mom's in the castle now, but things get dicey if she comes back. "Hey, Straw Hat, yeah, I'm gonna take everyone else with me." And then Luffy's like, "All right." And then you hear pop, pop, pop. And looks like he teleported not only himself and Zoro, but seemingly Zeus as well. Yeah. Which took me a minute to figure out the first. I'm like, who's this third person that was being teleported? And we see Kaido's hand laid out, like he's still reeling from the attack that Luffy did on him previously. So that's interesting to see. And he's digging his nails into the ground. He's getting back up. And looks like you're enjoying this fight. The greater the risk, the wider your smile. And the wider your smile. And then they're just looking at each other. And Kaido says, "Right?" And that kind of seems like...
I feel like I missed something. Yeah. I was like, okay.
They're so locked in with each other. They're communicating psychically right now.
Yeah, their fists have touched and their emotions are connected. But anyways, we see
like, "Huh?" And he dashes at Kaido, and Kaido's dashing at him. See more of the hockey drip trailing off of his club. His tail flared up in the air, and then next page.
And we see Luffy and Kaido clash. Luffy throws a right hand punch, Kaido with a swing of his club, and that seems to have kind of nullified. And then they follow up this attack with Luffy follows it up with a kick. Kaido winds up on a backswing with his club. They clash yet again, and their Conqueror's Haki just explodes out from the top of Onishigama. Just a wide, boom of energy. Conqueror's Haki flashing at the top. We hear a big boom, and looks like their fight continues. But we now zoom into the castle interior, where Kid and Killer have magically found themselves after looking like they took Big Mom's last attack, so they're inside again. So everybody except for Kaido and Luffy are inside the building now. So Killer is on the Kid is on the ground saying, damn, we got blown way back. Where are we? Killer's like, we're inside the castle, but she's not coming after us. We zip down. Killer continues that. He's like, the hole she made was massive. Maybe she couldn't tell which way she sent us flying. And Killer's like, Kid, if she's not on this floor, she's got to be downstairs. Hurry. So Kid rushes off into the building looking for Big Mom, and he's like, we can't let her regroup with Kaido. And all of Kaido's forces, the little guys, they're saying, that's Captain, Kid and Killer, get them. So they rush in, and
so, yo, what do you think you can do to these guys? Come on, no.
I love the confidence though, man. Kaido's like, you know what? You guys got big dick energy. That's why you're in my crew. Think you can take anyone out. I love it. He motivates these guys, man. He's the fucking pirate. I want to be under Kaido now after seeing this. Like
Tony Robbins.
Exactly. Listen, with hard work, anything is possible, guys. You can take down any foe no matter what. You just gotta believe in yourself. Anyways, so we see Kaido's forces rushing in, but something whooshes in between them, and it tells them move. And we see a straw sword, so we see a wavy sword attack Kid and Killer. We see Hawkins come out of nowhere. Dun 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 dun. Yeah. And Kid. He's like, you got balls if you think you can get in our way, you damn rat. And Hawkins like, Appo had already sold us out. Defeat was inevitable. Resistance futile. I made the only choice possible. It's extraordinary that you both survived. I think he's the most boring guy ever. That's why I'm saying that voice. But,
no, I like that voice. He got like a Prince thing going on.
But we see Killer. He's like, Kid, go on ahead. We can't let Big Mom run amok. Fine, you handle it. And he runs away, and we see Kaido's forces chasing after him in his magnetic trail of garbage.
Yeah, Kid's getting away. And now we see some new form for Hawkins, this freaky ass spider leg straw man form.
Yeah, I don't know.
This simplifies things. My odds of simultaneously suppressing both of you are very unfavorable. And Killer's like facing off, and he's like, you play your part well. You totally embraced your role as their guard dog. And Hawkins like, your words are meaningless. Your likelihood of death is 92%. That's my role in the tragedy of Hitokiri Kamazo. And he's just this big beast of a thing just looming over him. Pretty
terrifying,
looking.
Actually, yeah. I will say, if I saw this in the street, I'd piss my pants and run the other way. But straw man with nails coming in 8 legs, like there's too much going on.
Nightmare fuel, yo. He's like, Killer's like, you're still relying on fortunes? Unlike you, we take matters into our own hands. Fa fa fa.
It's looking like a Batman villain out here. That's ridiculous. He's like, you can only wish for luck, Killer. And Killer's like, screw you and your luck. I'm not wishing for anything. Alright, so it looks like we have a battle setting. Ooh, I like it. Hawkins versus Killer.
Second floor. We cut to second floor, and we see the weakling tree or duo.
Yeah, with Otama
on the Komachio, and Page 1 is clinging on to the tail for dear life, trying to get at them. And now I guess Nami's like, the Dino Man is clinging on to Komachio. How many shots can this guy take? His resilience is out of this world. Right back at you. Why don't you give up? And then they're like, because we don't want to die. Let go, you creepy lizard. Go away.
Attack. Special attack. Rubber band. Attack.
Yeah, they're just swinging at him and beaming him with their respective weapons while tears are streaming down their face.
You know, if their stuff was made of sea stone, this would actually be pretty effective. That's something that they should look into, those last upgrades for themselves.
Yeah, seriously. But Usopp, aim for his vitals, his temple, the jaw, his Adam's apple. Try the solar plexus, his eyes, the nostrils. And like they're just repeatedly whacking him, but not really effective. And
well, he's a zone type. You know, they got the highest resistance.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of that, I don't think being hit by these two would be the most. I mean, assuming you're a significant person in One Piece. It wouldn't be too damaging to you. But Otama's like, Komachio, hang in there, we're so close. And the dog is panting, whoa. And then she's saying, Horsella's feeding my dango to lots of bad guys, so I should be able to take charge of them all once we reach the live floor stage. And I prefer the Horselina translation. I don't like Horsella. Horselina had better ring to it. But anyway, she says, it's my job to turn them into allies. It doesn't matter what happens to me after that. But we can't stop till I've done that, please.
It's dark.
Hold on a little longer. Yeah, like, this kid's a fucking soldier, yo. Like, she's down for the cause.
She's seen some stuff, man. She's like, I need to change this country. It ain't gonna happen by itself. But they had the appropriate reaction. Nami and Usopp, they're like, Tama, don't be silly. Your big sis and uncle will protect you. And Usopp's like, how am I an uncle? I'm only 19. And Tama's like, I know, but I'm still scared. And what's his face? Komachio is replying, woof, 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 woof. So it looks like he's pretty much, down to his last little bits. Page 1 comes back. Usopp.
Well, I interpreted that as he's like trying to like chime in and motivate Otama, like, yo, man up, bitch, like, we got this.
I saw the little bubble, so I thought it was like a little like wheeze, like a continuation of the wheezing. That makes sense though, like trying to cheer on your pal. Okay, so Choshio. Yeah. Alright, and then we see Usopp saying, sorry for making you worry, Tama. I'll take care of it. And he looks back to page 1. He's like, get down! Lethal green star! And he shoots him with, his attack right, in close range, so like 2 feet away. He hits him with a flyer fireworks. And it's a big, I guess explosion right there that goes off in every direction. Hits page 1 in the face, but also looks like may do a little bit of damage to their ride. Nami's like, so hot, Usopp, be careful. And he replies, my bad, my weapons aren't meant for close combat. Still, I'll definitely finish him. And then he throws off some pine cones. He hits him with the lethal green star attack. And we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pine cones on page 1. He goes, and they go off. They start to light up and detonate.
Pine cone use explosion. It wasn't very effective.
This looks super effective. I don't know. This is like a massive explosion that pop off. So he uses exploding pine cones. A nice pillar of flame goes off as Chomochio is running away, and page 1's like yelling,
I love that lighting. I love that lighting on him. Like his face is all dark.
He's like, oh shit! Run away. And he's like, bullseye. Usopp's huff, huff. How do you like them apples? And he has that weird like face on after he sees the reaction. It looks like page 1 pops back up, and he goes, wheeze, wheeze, and he's looking more pissed off than anything. Usopp's yelling, yeah, he's still getting up. What's the deal with these dinosaur types? And page 1's like, that long-nosed bastard. And Usopp yells back, it sucks we can't use a Kibi Dango on him just because he didn't eat a smile.
Yeah, so we got confirmation about Tama's powers, because this was something people have been speculating about her feeding a Kibi Dango to Kaido and all this craziness. I'm like, I don't want to see that. But yeah, we move on, and this is pretty cool. Like they're still like locked on to page 1. Then we see Big Mom on the side of them popping up, and Komachio notices, and Big Mom's just rampaging, saying, "Kid, stop hiding!" And they're all like, "What? Big Mom!" And they're freaking out.
They're crying, and then they're like,
yeah. And Big Mom looks at them. Cat burglar and long nose, you're straw hats. And it's interesting to me. She gotta give them a little respect. She took the time to learn their names. So
Luffy's crew is famous. They ain't nobodies anymore.
And Otama's like, "Oh, Lin-chan," and then Big Mom responds, "Oh, Otama, what are you doing in a scary place like this?" And Prometheus is noting, "Not good. It's Mama's mothering mode. She sometimes gets like this around kids under 10.
That's
Weirdly
nice
specific.
Note. It's a weird, interesting note though of Big Mom. I'm still a mama.
Yeah. And Otama says, "I was so worried about you, Lin. You vanished when we got to Udon." And Big Mom's like, "What's going on, Otama?" And Nami and Usopp are shocked. "Are you two friends?" And Big Mom and Otama continue their conversation. While I didn't notice this before, Usopp and Nami are hiding in Komachio's tail. But she's like, I went back. I want to thank you for looking after me back when I had amnesia. And Tom was like, wow, you got your memories back? That's wonderful. And Big Mom continues, I'll never forget the flavor of the oshiroko soup that poor Tsuro gave me in Okibori Town. It was so tasty. Tama gets a little look of panged sadness and Big Mom's like, And Otama continues, it's just that Okibori Town is gone now. Mom's like, gone? And she's like, everyone lied to protect the samurai and keep the raid a secret. The town was burnt to the ground because they said they ate all stolen food. And then we see a flash of, Hold'em and his crew torching the town. The rebel scum torch them and their houses. And Big Mom is not happy about this. She's like, what? And then we see a flash of Osuro and a flashback and sorry Odin, that's all there is. And Big Mom holding the red bean soup and she's like, it's delicious. My goodness, that look suits you, Odin. Really? And as they put she remembers them giving her the hairpins and stuff, dressing her up. And Otama remembers the entire town is to be executed. Burn everything. She's crying, biting her lip.
And so we see Big Mom really pissed off. She's like, so Kaido's underlings are responsible? They did that to the town that showed me hospitality? And we see behind page 1 is finally caught up to the gang now. He's like, and Usopp's like, the Dino Man's back. And Nami, I think, screams out, leave us alone. We've already got enough on our plate. And in the next panel, we see page 1 communicating to Big Mom. Big Mom, great timing. Don't let those maggots pass you. And we see another, Komachiyo, run! And page 1 responds, it's too late. It's curtain for you. And he has his
curtain, Shay, curtain.
It's over for you guys. Yeah, yeah, Shay. But anyways, page 1 goes full Dino mode, full what is it, Stegiosaurus? I don't know what the fuck.
He's Spinosaurus.
Spinosaurus. With mouth full open, ready to chomp everybody. And in the next little panel, we see Big Mom saying, you migrate. The pirate world,
Ingrate.
That isn't migrates. Oh my god. I didn't realize Big Mom was a Trump supporter. That's terrible.
Yeah.
But ingrates, yes, is correct. I read that as an M. Anyways, and we see some flashes of lightning around her, so she's gearing up for a big attack. She said the pirate world may be cruel.
Conqueror's hockey on that fist,
And then we see in the next panel her punching page 1 in the throat with a Conqueror's hockey shot. But there are still standards! Damn vermin! So she absolutely kills page 1. Page 1 gets slammed into the dirt. All of Kaido's forces are like, page 1 Sama! Killer notes, Big Mom must be back there. He's like, I don't want a part of that. And then we see Zeus, that was Mama. She's alive, thank goodness. And Ulti's like, Pop, this is bad, Ulti-sama.
Yeah, the father.
Oh yeah, the father saying Ulti.
Bad Ulti-sama.
Yeah, she's just stuck on Pop, so she can't even say page 1. And then everyone's like, this is bad, Ulti-sama. And
so like you see her trembling, but I'm not clear if this is like she's afraid or she's enraged because she's like very protective.
No, I think she's I think she's afraid because come on, this is Big Mom. Put some respect. Yeah. But with that, that's the chapter, and there is a break next week.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
It's a break because of Golden Week, but see, I also don't know how that plays out. I don't know if that means we'll get an early chapter and then like the official release will come out late and then we'll have to take a break. Like the fan scanlations will be out, I think, early this upcoming week. But the official will come out late and then we'll have to wait a week for shit to catch back up again.
So
either way,
break coming up.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, man. That was the chapter.
Well, that was some good stuff. A lot of development, a lot of stuff to talk about.
Alright guys, so here is our review and here are our notes. So off the bat, I want to talk about the rules for Thomas Power. So as I suspected, I mean not just me, a fair amount of people did. She can't use them on, regular double fruit users. It's the smile users are defunct, so I guess, because like the animal portion of a smile user has like its own mind and personality, so I guess it's kind of like lends credence to the whole like she's taking over their animal portion or whatever. And the devil fruits are more, you know, just a cloak or you know, what, you know, like the like page one, like he's not like a man sticking out of a dinosaur. He's a dinosaur man. So, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, confirmation on that. So no.
It just also wouldn't make sense for her to be able to like hack these higher level guys, anyways. You know,
Yeah.
I think with hockey and like with that exchange with Kid, I mean with Law, I think it kind of reframes the argument a bit, where it's like I think certain like levels of hockey will allow you to shield from abilities inside as well. You know,
Yeah,
that's how I'm also gonna base certain things too.
It's a
Because
tricky
like it
thing.
makes sense. It makes sense though. Like why would a devil fruit, if you can use armament hockey to hit them, why wouldn't you use that to protect yourself against that ability? You know.
Yeah, it's a tricky thing because it's like, okay, so then would Sugar's powers work on Big Mom and Kaido and people like that? You know what I mean? Like
Sugar's powers shouldn't work on anybody who I think is at a high enough level. Like
I don't know. I
that's the
mean,
thing.
Usopp.
I know she was,
was super concerned about, you know, Luffy and Law getting touched by Sugar. So,
I know, but that doesn't make any sense now that you think about it. You know, honestly, like maybe it's only a power that happens when your Conqueror's Haki allows you to like, you know, coat yourself from that kind of stuff. Maybe it's only like the highest level. You know, because Law's ability did cut what's his face, Virgo. You know, and Virgo is using the shit out of armament hockey. So
yeah.
you know, I think it just depends. I think it's just, you know, plot armor purposes. Is
Yeah, whatever
argument
suits
going.
the story.
Yeah, and I think we just kind of go with our gut intuition on these kind of things. You know, it's just like we know who's stronger than who, and it's like, would Otama, you know, be able to take out more than fodder characters? No. Should she be able to? No. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
But yeah, Otama, I like this development for Otama. She's pretty cool. She's very brave for especially for a child, and she's down for it, man.
She's gangsta, man. She's seen war in their country. She's like, I'm ready to square up. Let's die for this. I haven't eaten a drop of rice in 2 years. You think I give a fuck about my life? My life has no joy. I wanted one thing. I wanted to see my best friend Ace, and he died. This shit's over. I don't give a fuck what happens.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, so next thing I want to talk about, Killer versus Hawkins. So even though Hawkins predicts a 92% chance of success on his part, what do you think the outcome is going to be between these two?
Yeah, I think Hawkins read that wrong. It's like, oh, 90% I'm gonna die. Oh, my bad. We're friends now. I'm gonna flip the sides. We're cool. We ain't got no problems now. 92% I'm dead? Get the fuck. There's no way. Killer was just smacking the crap out of Kaido left and right. You're not gonna tell me.
I wouldn't go that far, smacking him left and right, but I mean, he got like
not left and right, but he got some shots. And he got like, I think his scythe, sonic scythe attack is pretty cool. And it shows like some devastating effects. So I think Hawkins about to get his face smacked in. Personally, that's my hope and
Killer's
dream.
gonna be like, nah, son, that shit's upside down. That shit says 29%. But yeah, based on that, if the fight continues and it doesn't get an interruption or whatever, I'm gonna assume it would, you know, Killer will win like high diff, and it'll be something like he'll get pushed to the very like brink of being defeated, and you know that's when like his spirit and willpower will show up and defy the odds of, you know.
And he'll also break the smile curse at the same time and be like, my will overwhelms this bitch ass devil fruit fakeness.
Yeah.
So
well, I don't know if I go that far, but I think it's gonna just be more so to demonstrate like, you know, these pragmatic people in the One Piece world who are always like, oh, you can't beat us because blah blah blah. We've been around for blah blah blah. It's impossible. And then you always have.
You can't defy fate. And it's like, nah, bro. I like food or I like liquor, so I'm gonna beat you just because, or because I want to be the best.
Yeah. So I think that's
Heart of the cards.
Yeah. So yeah, the Zeus and Hera situation. So I'm assuming. I'm guessing Hera is gonna be like more serious, more subservient, maybe even a little bit vicious, kind of like similar to Prometheus. I'm not sure what this means for Zeus. I mean, I'm wondering like
For
what.
me, I think this is obvious. It's pretty obvious setup for Nami to reclaim Zeus going forward.
Yeah, well,
So I think this is.
beyond that, like I'm like thinking like 'cause we don't know the exact scope of Big Mom's powers, so it's like, can she just dispel him and like take the soul back whenever she wants? Does she have
I
to
assume so.
if she puts a soul in if she puts her own personal soul into something, is that a permanent thing? Like it's like you have to be very like measured with it and like have some restraint with putting your own soul into things because you only have like so much limit. You only have a limited soul, and maybe those you can't take back or something.
Well, we won't be able to see until Big Mom explains her power in some sort of convoluted, seeing where this is how we set up her eventual defeat. Yeah. But I think overall what this is leading into is Zeus has come over into the group and teaming up with Nami and being besties 101 again. That's what I think that means. And
I don't know why Law would take Prometheus. I mean, maybe he thought not Prometheus. I don't know why he takes Zeus. So like maybe he thought Zeus would be like a little annoyance up on the rooftop or create some kind of issue for Luffy or something.
Well, he also didn't know what was going on with Big Mom, so I think it's possible he just took him to get him out of the way so that Big Mom was following into the ocean, and she just didn't have that asset to her name. I don't think he was fully aware of what was going on there, so that could just be the simple explanation there. But the Zeus thing does lead me into another question I had, which was Nami and Usopp's power-ups and how they're gonna kind of get to that next level, because they're having trouble with some of the I guess like you'd say lieutenant level guys, and that's kind of what they are in their respective crews, where it's like they also help out with like being like key swing factors and being like super useful and getting shit done, but I also think their individual battle level needs to go up somewhat. Yeah. And I just had that thought, like, if like their weapons were made of sea stone, they could have beat the crap out of Page 1, and that would have been way more effective. Especially like Usopp, I think, could have done like sea stone darts or something like that. That could have really been effective. Yeah. I think Nami is obviously, like I said, gonna get Zeus, and that's gonna be like part of her big power up and like fully transform her into the Weather Witch. And we'll have to see how Usopp gets to that next level. I think Haki will be involved somewhat, but I also think he needs to get Kabuto to its next evolution.
Grand Kabuto-mon.
Exactly. He needs that mega evolution. Metal Kabuto-mon.
Yeah. I mean, some people aren't a fan of the idea of Nami getting Zeus as a power-up, because it's like, she should develop her own powers. But at the same time, it's like, she might get Zeus, but it's not to say she's going to use Zeus the same way that Big Mom would use Zeus. Because Nami has, like, navigation and meteorological expertise at her side.
If you think about it, her own weapons aren't like stuff she's developed. It's like Sky Piatek that she's adapted to her situation. Same thing like that. Like you just said, like it's all about how you use what you're given. And I think she could, use a living cloud organism in a lot more creative ways than you might think. Just because of her background.
So yeah, there's that. So I'm not hating on it. I wouldn't mind her getting Zeus. Wonder how that little scenario would play out.
I'm also wondering if she's going to be able to adapt like certain of the crazy weather techniques that we've seen in the Grand Line, where it's like like flowing cyclone tornadoes or something like that. If she'd be able to bust something out like that out,
Yeah, she needs to do more stuff besides big lightning bolts. Like it's getting kind of played out. Like she has a bigger toolbox.
She could do mega super lightning bolts.
Yeah. So all right. So the Big Mom development. What are your thoughts on the way this played out?
I liked it just because it was the unexpected but obvious way that Oda does things, where it's like, what motivates Big Mom? Food. And like she got some kindness by a friend, and of course she would be pissed off if that friend was then trampled on. That's kind of everybody's shtick in this story, is that like you fuck with their friends and you get it. Like, why does Luffy does anything he does? Because one of his friends fed him meat or something, usually, or there's a promise of meat involved. So Big Mom's thing is candy, and she got some sweet bean soup, and she was like, these are my homies. So she's like, I'm a ride or die for this. I don't even care about One Piece no more, because what I really like is delicious ass food. that's how I roll forever, and I ain't never gonna change. You ain't never gonna stop me. So I love it. It's hilarious. It's just that unexpected switcheroo that like Oda can just flip the table at any moment. I don't know how he's gonna do it, but he's gonna make me believe it and love it. And I loved it. I absolutely loved how I guess stupid it is in a way, but it's just great. It's just great stuff.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a different opinion. I think it was actually a little bit lazy. Alright, so I recognize with Big Mom being inside the castle, there's nobody really there who can give her any kind of significant fight, as far as I'm aware. I mean, I think...
Marco.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got his hands full a little bit, you know.
She baby shook Marco before, so I don't know about that. But, I think maybe Kid could, like, at least occupy her for a time being. I don't think he's winning that fight, honestly.
No, because he hasn't shown any ability to throw Conqueror's hockey, any hockey at all, really. You know, he's just kind of throwing his devil fruit power.
I mean, who knows? He might go like Cyborg Frankie type of route. Like Frankie doesn't have hockey, but he kind of makes up his own things to increase his offensive capabilities, like
with laser blast.
Laser blast, big metal body,
Which also, I feel like the laser blast is kind of related to Kizaru's thing, which is pretty OP attack. So
there's that. Anyway, so I recognize that Big Mom being in the castle is an issue, and if she isn't installed or binded in some sort of way, she's gonna
kill everybody.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's like, okay, we need to disable Big Mom in some manner, and I don't think this was the best way to do it. This mother mode thing, it felt out of left field. It felt random. Like, it's kind of like it fits to a certain extent, but it's like after the fact that it fits.
I mean, no, it's not even after the fact, because he made this whole amnesia thing for this moment, for this to play out in this way. It wasn't even shoehorned. It wasn't fitting. It's just like so almost like dumb that it's like I don't want to buy into this, because it's like, what's the motivation here? Your motivation is, this little girl was kind to you for a second and fed you me red bean soup, and I'm gonna decide to flip my alliance based off that. But it's like, yeah, it's kind of shit Luffy would do, man. He'd be like, oh, you beat up my friend who gave me meat, I'm gonna fuck you up, Zoro. Remember that moment where he fought his friend because he thought that he had attacked the bounty hunters in Whiskey Peak? It's exactly the same kind of thing where we got going on here. It's exactly the kind of thing.
Luffy, I can understand. I mean, Big Mom is definitely impetuous. I mean, she acts on a whim and does whatever she feels in the moment. But at the same time, there is no redemption for Big Mom. I can't see her being an ally for any extended period of time, or switching sides, because
I think what's the worst thing she really did?
She killed a bunch of people for a birthday cake. Like.
Okay, and it's the new world. Sometimes you just gotta face responsibilities. You chose living in a bad neighborhood. That just sucks for you. No, I'm kidding. But I mean, yeah, she murders people. That's pretty bad. I mean, Luffy and Zoro murder people all the time. We just don't talk about it.
No,
I will stand by this.
They defend themselves. Big Mom preemptively goes and hurts people for her own selfish whims and desires.
What's worse? Mihawk killing 5,000 people at the beginning of the series.
Mihawk's fucked up. I'm not saying Mihawk is insane. Like, he's a pretty crazy motherfucker, but there's no
is it
redemption for
vindictive? Is it is it just like so like it's like a force of nature. You can't hate a hurricane or a tornado for being a tornado, right? She just is what she is. It's not personal. She's all about that food. You fuck with that, you fuck with her. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna be like, if I wrote the story, this is what I would do, because I'm not Oda, and Oda has delivered years and years of wonderful material. But I felt like he could have come up with something more creative or interesting to delay Big Mom and get her out of the.
It's gonna be interesting when she meets up with Kaido and he's like, wait, why'd you betray me, dude? Because you got red bean soup in the town. I got red beans. We could have hooked you up, Lin. Like, what the fuck we talking about, dog? I got food here. It's all good. But that's just how these pirates are, man. Like, once they get their friends, that's it. And that's the thing. At the end of the day, she has that weakness for kids. She got amnesia. She made a friendship. And she wasn't gonna forget that. That's what these guys are about. They're about that adventure, that romance, that standing on your principle. That's it. And Big Mom just stood on her principle.
The only thing I can say that lends credence to this is like, she probably has a personal attachment to like kids and stuff like under that specific age group, because that's like her fondest point in her life when she was a kid in Lamb's house with Mother Caramel and stuff. So it's like she feels for them and sympathizes with them because she can empathize. And I mean, she's also like with Anana, like her youngest daughter, when I think it was like Drells and Dragals, whatever the hell their names were complaining to her about Anana stabbing their balloons with her knife. He's like, oh, it's okay. Everybody wants to kill a couple of hundred people. Don't worry about it, And it's like, she has like a soft spot for kids, but yeah.
It makes sense, man. It makes sense. If you like, it's just I can see how pissed off Prometheus is in the background. It's gonna be hilarious if Otama's like, oh, by the way, I'm 11. She's like, what? You're 11? Dead. That's it.
Cut off, yeah.
Hell out of here.
But yeah.
Does she immediately join the Tribes, or does she keep she could just fuck everybody up at this point. Like she doesn't need to just switch sides necessarily. She could be like, you know what, Pedo Spedo, these guys can kind of handle it. Had enough fun here. She's like, Straw Hat, I'll see you later on. That's it. Peace out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Be really lame. I mean, she could just do her own thing and just be like, you know what? Where's Kaido's poneglyph? Oh, it's in the basement. Okay, snatched later. She thinks like, maybe she's just gonna be like, oh, I'm off to the races. Have fun. Kaido, Luffy fucking each other up. I got 3/4 of what I need now.
I wouldn't. It's hard to say. Like, I don't think she would just betray. She would betray Kaido, but she would do it in a way where she'd have a confrontation with him. I don't think she'd like slink off. I don't think she'd slink up because it's her pride. Like, she's not gonna be like, oh, I snuck in there and lied to him and then took the stuff like a sneaky little coward.
She didn't. Their alliance ended, and she was like, oh, you're preoccupied with what you're doing, and I'm gonna get one up on you. It's the Pirate World. It ain't a fair game, dog. Ain't honor in this shit. She's gonna be like, all right, you lose. Sucks to be you, Kaido. Enjoy the ruins of nothing.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I hope, however, that turns out, it's done in a clever way. I just want shit to be done with Big Mom already. Like, she's a fun character, but I hope this is really like the last arc we see her in, because she's been occupying so much of
since Fishman Island.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, all right, I get it. Enough Big Mom already. Like,
well, the thing was, Luffy he was never on the level to take her out before this. So like, she's gonna be around until someone can put her down, And I don't think anyone got the stones to do it right now, except for maybe Luffy. He's a little busy at the moment, growing his stones and standing up to Kaido.
Somebody
they're having their internal dialogue.
Somebody had an interesting theory that one of the CP0 members could potentially be one of the kids from the Lamb's house. Like, not the one she ate, obviously, but like could have been a kid that was sold.
Earlier.
Yeah, and then like they connect with Big Mom and be like, yeah, you ate those motherfuckers, you know that? Like, I heard about it afterwards, or something, I don't know. But it'd be an interesting connection.
You savage, right? You killed Mother Caramel. She's like, what? It's like, yeah, dude, we were there, we saw it. We're super spies, man. We got cameras and everything. You want to see it? It's crazy. We laughed about it for years in the back with CP0 with our masks. But it would be interesting, because that actually would be an interesting tie-in. She has said that she she gave kids to the government, so maybe some of the highest ranking officers, that's why they're psycho and so dedicated to the government, because they've been brainwashed their whole life. Yeah. Like, it never made sense to me why Sengoku or Garp would be like, hardcore military men, seeing, I'm sure, some of the stuff that they saw.
Well, I mean, I don't want to get too deep into this isn't a theory video, but I wouldn't necessarily put Garp or Sengoku on that level of being like brainwashed from like early on. I think more than likely they had really good intentions going into things, and then slowly as time progresses, like, they had to compromise their morals over and over again, piece by piece, and the further they got in, the more significant the compromises that they had to make. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's more or less how that probably played out. But anyway, last thing I want to talk about, page 1. He has been bitch slapped so many times. He just has not had a good time ever since everything's been going down. He got smacked around by Sanji. He got uppercutted by Luffy. Big Mom just fucking Conqueror's Haki punched him in the throat.
Throat to death. Say it with your chest now, page 1.
Yeah, he ain't having a good time. Do you think he's how?
Dead, but
I mean, obviously the zones have amazing recovery. Plus, he's an ancient zone, which stacks on top of that. So it's like.
Plus, it seems like he's had some sort of hockey ability. Him and Ulti, like right, they use hockey attacks against Usopp and Nami and stuff. So it's safe to say he might have had some sort of defense there. But I do think a unsuspecting, full-on Conqueror's Haki shot from a Yonko to your throat is gonna knock you out, and then he gets slammed in the dirt. I think he's out for the night. I think that was night for him. If not, kudos to him. Kudos for getting up if you're alive there. But
I mean, Kid took a punch from Big Mom straight in the face.
Was it a Conqueror's Haki shot though?
I don't know. I'm gonna assume. I mean, you have to assume. If you're gonna punch somebody and you have Conqueror's Haki, why wouldn't you just do it with Conqueror's Haki all the time? You know what I mean?
Because it's fun, and they're kids and they can't beat you.
I don't know. I think that was a pretty full force punch. But Kid was able to not only he was not only able to stay conscious, he was able to then immediately attack her afterwards. So who knows? The biggest key difference, like you said, is he was unaware that the attack was coming. So I'm sure that did not help him out too much. So maybe he's unconscious for a minute. And I'm wondering how Ulti is going to react to this. Because I don't know. I'm sure
you think she's gonna be like, "Yo, Big Mom, I want some of that smoke. Yeah, let's fight." That's gonna happen, I'm sure.
She might get it. She seems like a petulant child. So like she seems one of those willful character archetypes in One Piece. So I can see her being like, "You bitch," and just kind of like, jumping in,
get smacked out to the ocean.
But yeah, those are all the points I wanted to talk about. Anything else come up in the
No, that pretty much wraps it up. Yeah, those are the main ones I had to go over. I think those are the ones that crossed my brain.
Yeah, good chapter. Now we go to the chapter grade. I am gonna give this a 7.6. I mean, I'm so like hyped from the rooftop stuff, and it's like, I mean, I like the stuff inside the dome too, and it's not like, oh man, I just want it to be all rooftop stuff, but I feel like with the stuff with Big Mom, I didn't really care for, it wasn't as good as it could have been, and that takes away some points for me. But there was still a lot of cool moments, a lot of interesting stuff in this chapter, so that's my grade, 7.6.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7.2. Good chapter. Interesting stuff with Big Mom turning in. But like you said, the roof is obviously the crescendo, the building point of this song that is being played, and this is kind of like, okay, we're bringing it back down, to build the tension back up for later. Some good development. Setting the battle with Killer and Hawkins up, so moving some more pieces on the board, always good. As the story unfolds, but like you said, nothing overly shocking, like crazy happened. I mean, like I said, Big Mom turning is big in the story, but it was like, yeah, it was cool, it was fun, it was funny, but I just gotta see where else it goes to, and I just can't wait for them to go back to Luffy versus Kaido, because that's intense. Yeah, and I'm more interested to see like how this follows up. Like, does Big Mom fully switch over? Or does she do her own thing? Does Nami get the upgrade? Like I really just have more questions at the end of this than I did at the beginning.
Yeah. So what did you say again? 8.2.
No. 7.5.
7.5. Okay.
7.5.
Gotcha. All right. So those are chapter grades, and now we move on to the MVP.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is a trickier one.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, I could have gone in a couple different directions here.
Killer gets points for talking heavy to Hawkins. You
Yeah.
know,
Luffy gets points just because big old clashes with Kaido. Like, that's always gonna like do sexy things for me.
Well, I wouldn't give him points for that just because it's been established that he's doing this already. So
Still
it's
cool
like,
as hell. Still cool as hell.
It's cool, but it's established. Usopp and Nami stuff is funny, but whatever.
Otama should get some consideration.
Yeah, Otama gets points for me. She's key in this situation. She's dedicated and she's extremely brave, especially considering her age. Big Mom, I guess you can take some consideration. She smacked the shit out of Killer and Kid into the building and knocked the shit out of Page One. So those are nice, impressive feats. I think that's about it. A huge portion of the chapter was focused on Usopp and Nami and Page One and Otama, so I think I'm gonna give it to Otama. I think she deserves it. Otama for Nakama.
I am gonna go with Big Mom in this regard, just because I think she honestly did have the most action too. Showing the Hera attack, the seismic thunder attack. That was kind of cool seeing another electric, attack bashing the crap out of Onishigama. Eventually, this building has to just collapse on itself, right? But there's that. So that's an interesting development. Smacking Kid and Killer inside, making moves happen. For me, the moment with Otama was pretty cool, honestly. Seeing how that's what that's what motivated her to switch sides. It was a little funny, oh, you got it, Soda. Like, didn't expect that. And then, throat chopping Page One into oblivion is just hilarious for me. With like all your might, it's like a baseball shot to his head, though. It's like, oh, it's just nasty. Gotta love to see it though. But my MVP by just a notch is Big Mom over Otama, honestly.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's a valid point.
Okay.
All right, guys. So we are doing our predictions, and you can start this one.
Okay, so I'm predicting that. I don't know how the future of Lin Lin with this situation goes, with Big Mom goes, but I do think she guides Otama at least to the stage, and Otama takes over the forces and really swings the battle in the guy's direction. I think this is where Kaido's forces gets flipped and start to assist the samurai. So I'm predicting for next week Otama as our MVP. I think we're also going to continue developing other battles. I think maybe we check in with Frankie Saki to see what's going on there. And I'm hoping that we set up maybe like a Sanji Queen or a Zoro King kind of vibe coming up. It would also be hilarious to see if Marco's still alive after getting 3 of the commanders sicked on him. Maybe Big Mom will even pop by and be like, yo, stop fighting, help him out. And it'll be like Marco and Perospero versus King and Queen. That might also be an interesting battle. So those would be some of my predictions. Also, Ulti gets smacked in her face by Big Mom in about 2 seconds. Predicting that. That's my prediction.
Gotcha. So yeah, I think it is very likely we get more Otama next chapter. I don't know that Big Mom would necessarily guide her there, but I do think it's at the very least.
It's like a soft escort, I got you, Holmes.
I think she'll create enough chaos and pandemonium. They'll be able to make it there. So that's how I think that'll probably play out. Who knows? Maybe like the big tragedy of this could be like Otama does her thing and then she gets killed like immediately afterwards. Maybe Perospero shoots her with a candy arrow and then Big Mom like loses her mind and
murders her son.
Yeah, it'd be dark.
That's how she redeems herself. That's how by killing that candy bastard. For Pedro! It's like, you ordered that. It's like, I know, I thought you'd forget about that.
I think there's a high possibility we see more of the Scabbards in their progression. We get another team member chipped off of that.
Still got about like
squad.
4 more to peel off. Yeah.
So that's a possibility. And maybe Law, and we see development between Law and Zoro, like how where they are now and what Law is doing. Maybe he's administering some first aid to Zoro, regrafting his bones or some shit, fixing his body.
He broke every bone in his body. He fell off the roller coaster.
So yeah, I think that's how that's gonna go. Or who knows? Maybe we'll get Sanji stuff, and when he wraps up his shit, then we'll see Law and Zoro and the outcome of them being teleported down and how that panned out. Yeah, that's my prediction, yo.
Yeah, I honestly have more questions though. Anything could happen now. It's like you can't guess what happens next, man. It's just when you think you figure it out, he flips the board. Might get some CP0 action. Maybe get some Momonosuke stuff happening. Check in, see if he's still alive. That little bastard is still the key to this whole thing. We keep forgetting. Mm-hmm. Like even if Luffy wins and he dies, it's kind of like, oh, it's all for nothing. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, man.
So, a lot of stuff. Be hilarious if Big Mom guarded Momo and it's like, yeah, you got to get past me to beat this little guy. It's like, shit! We're fucked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think...
Also, how ridiculous was it Hawkins thinking he has a 92% chance to beat Killer?
That's what his cards told him, man.
He's the not MVP of this week for that dumbass prediction. His cards lied to him. They were like, yeah, bro, you got this. His cards don't like him no more.
Nah.
But,
he doesn't have the harder cards. But yeah. I think that's everything, man. Great chapter, fun stuff. Sucks that there's a break, but again, it's not Oda's fault.
Such is life.
It is a golden week, so he's off the hook with me.
Listen, if he gets a free rest, that's all cool. I know he needs to recharge his batteries. He's giving us a lot of stuff, and the action's not gonna stop anytime soon. So get all the rest you need, recuperate, give us some more good shit. I know you're gonna follow it up with a banger, man. So, much love. Oh, this was another good stuff. Another crazy, wacky chapter in the One Piece world. And I love it. Yeah. And thanks, everybody, for following along with this video. Hope you really enjoyed and liked it, as always.
Yeah,
Be sure to hit that follow and hit that subscribe button.
Well, thanks for sticking with us. We know, we love One Piece as much as everybody else does, and it's been with us for a really long time. And it's just awesome to be here. It's awesome to be doing this, and I'm glad to share this with you guys.
100%.
Alright, guys. Peace.